Are we good? Like, I hope so. Let me pull up all my stuff again. There we go. Okay. YouTube's back up. Twitch is back up. Everything's all good. We're good. I'm not going to get interrupted with work or anything. So what were we doing before I got interrupted? Oh yeah, I got all these created. I think so now are all the okay, so those are all the sprites. So what I need is item scripts, armor. Oh, I need attachments in here. Oh geez, okay. No, I don't want a new script. Get out of here. Okay. Some attachments. And then inside the... Oh, no, I do have an attachment. Okay. Did I already... That's right. I do. Okay. That's... I have a single stock made. All right. Oh, geez. I mean, I had everything closed out too before I got interrupted with work. What am I doing? Don't go there. Go here, there. Items, attachments. Start with stocks. I only had 3 of these. So you're gonna be a JK stock. It's all that for now. I kind of feeling I have a feeling using the 100 system is not going to be enough. I might have to move to I might have to move to thousands. Just to, I mean, honestly, because there's no way I'm gonna have more than 1,000 of any item, but I might break 100, so I might just be safe, and it might be the safest option to just go for 100, or I mean, go for 1,000. Two. What I'm actually gonna do is this. Okay, so now if I open up, say, I'm gonna have to open up one of these. Fine, I don't have a dev stock yet. Okay. I can't do anything with this thing. I don't. It's fine for now. Let's just make the rest of them. I really only had it for the. Okay, that makes sense. I only had it for the magazine, the JK, which is fine. I'm gonna create a new item attachment. Magazine. Score. Magazine. Call O1 just in case. I'm gonna need a generic. God damn. All right, yeah, these IDs are gonna get really, really weird. And honestly, that means I can break. No, because the lootable items could still break 100. I mean, I guess I could make that be 1,000, and then I'll have to figure it out. So you're gonna be an attachment of zine handguards. You're not ammunition, you're an attachment. Handguard. Attachment type. Handguard. Good there. Grips. Probably only one in here. Yep. Attachments. AK. Grip. And okay, now I need the grip. There we are. And you are a grip. And I think the last one that I need to do for now is is just the barrel. And I'm only gonna have one barrel for now. Create item, attachment, barrel. You're gonna be JK barrel stock 01. JK barrel. Attachment. Barrel, we got the JK barrel. You are of type barrel. Save that all. Okay. So that gives us basically all the items that I'm concerned about right now. So now we can work on, we gotta get this ID situation sorted out. So I think what I can do is in my assets, I'm going to create a new folder, and this is going to be notes. In here, we'll just create a text file. here. Because it only appears if I've got text file in here. So the question is, how do I want to do these IDs? Because I got to sort these IDs out in a way that makes, like, it's not going to, like, screw me over at the end. Like, what are the odds of me having... Like, how much ammunition do I have? Main textures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. The better reference is going to be, let's go to loot. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9. Where are you? Oh, you're open. Okay. Yeah. So that's going to be... Let's just default this to... Let's just use thousands, because that's going to make the most sense. So we get... Actually, why are we doing this here? Let's... So weapons are going to be 101 to 999 on the items. Armor will be 2001 to 2999. Ammo, we'll just do ammo for that, and we'll do 3001 to 3999. Weapons, ammo. Attachments. It'll be 4001 to 4999. I don't think I need to necessarily separate them out between... I am going to have to track what is my... That's going to be the fun part, is remembering where I left off. I think consumables are going to be a completely different... And then and then finally loot is going to be 6001 to 6999. So that's kind of, I think, what the ID ranges are going to be. And we'll definitely have to find a way to track these things. But for now, because it's like I said, if I was able to sort these items by by their ID, I'd be able to tell so quickly. There's no way to just do an item or... that maths. Okay, so we're just gonna do it that way. I just wish there was a better way to do this. Okay, so for starters then, there's probably a way that I could break up consumables, or not consumables, attachments. Okay, so then munition is going to be dev ammo. Armor create. Barrel, do dev barrel. Grip creates item. Yeah, there's a grip, so this is going to be grip handguard. No, not mag. Damn it. Get rid of that. Handguard. Magazine, we're going to create the dev magazine. And that's where the, okay, that's where I'll probably use like the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 like IDs. Or I'll just commit to dev to be 9,001 to 99999. There we go. We'll just commit to that. It's fine. To magazine, create item, attachment, stock, dev stock. Consumables is going to be a dev consumable. Loot, I got dev loot already. Weapons, I got dev weapon already. Okay. So we're going to start at the very top. Dev ammunition. That's the only one that pops up. Oh yeah, but this happens with this handguard. Like, yeah, all these things, they like break if I don't. Of ammo. Let me. Now it's fine. It's like when they're missing the name that just like breaks. $1,001. Runtime animator controller. Oh, that's not something I can. That's not something I can set in here, apparently. Interesting. That's good to know. Dev barrel. Okay, that's out. Call you 9003. I'm gonna have to keep some sort of spread. Every time I add a ID, I'm gonna have to mark it somewhere. There. All right. Dev grip. It's gonna be 9004. Handguard be 9005. $1,006. Stocks 9007. Dev consumable. So 9008. Loot 9009. Dev loot. Weapon, dev weapon, it'll be 9010. Dev weapon. Okay. So let's start with the weapons. And go through and set these IDs. And they're gonna start out in alphabetical order until the second that I add new ones in, and then it's gonna screw that list. And I wish this. Oh boy, it's Excel spreadsheet simulator day today. Oh, all right. What's neat is I have no idea. I don't like this editor. You know, I wonder if I pop this out and just make this full screen. Does it fit better? It fits a little bit better, but not what I'd like. That's unfortunate. I shift scroll. Oh, I can't even do that. Lame. Big N11. Okay. FP5. Next one's probably FP7. HS870. JK to JK, the LH15. Mackerel. Mackerel. The Mach 17. After the Mach 17, we got the N4. The SE75. SEB90. The SG500. The SG500S. I think this was what, 590, yeah. Last one is the Tokarel. Cool. Now we can just go through the type. These are all of type weapon. Not loot, weapon. B12. Let's search the N9. There it is. The N11. Don't remember what half these guns are anymore. I know what the FP5 is. I know what the FP7 is. The HS870, I believe, is a shotgun. Not the shotgun I thought it was, but it is a shotgun. 74. 15. That's an AR-15. The Mackerel is the Makarov. The Mach 17 is the Glock. The N4 is the M4. Some of these, it's pretty easy to guess what the real life equivalent is. The SE75, I believe that's a pistol? Yep. The SEB9. Oh, that's the P90. Yeah, that's the P90. The SG5. These three are all shotguns. I know that much. And then the Tokarel's another pistol. That's all that. Is equipable. All of this stuff is. minimize that bad boy. Okay, so that's the weapons. Yeah, it's gonna all be edited at some form eventually. There's probably a script I can use that can or a script I could write that will be able to check these IDs for me. Okay, so that's that. Populate item data. _ populate item data. I'll merge this in, and then I think we're gonna start with working on getting these weapons to equip. Oh wait, I was waiting for that to highlight. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna pop over back over to main. We're gonna fetch. Pull. And now, oop, no, I didn't want to close that out. Now what we're gonna do, I can make a branch later. That's fine. I'm gonna figure out how to populate this data, or populate the. We're gonna populate the weapon component on the player. And in order to do that, I need to load this data because what we're gonna have here is oh right, we gotta right. This is all sorts of scuffed. Okay. Okay, so for starters, what we need to do is the barrels, JK barrel. Oh, okay, we got all that stuff assigned. You can be 4001, I guess. $4,002. 4003. $5. I implemented. How cool. Oh, I forgot I did all that stuff. Okay, so that's all that stuff. So basically what I want to do now is let's start with just getting the weapon to draw first. Or delete that. Yep. That scroll on here is atrocious, but okay. So what we're gonna do here is did it make a data folder? It didn't. How do I get it to save? Oh, nothing's actually saving. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I could just make this public because this is literally going to be in here just temporarily to force this thing to be in here. So public item gun. And then we're going to do inventory component dot add to inventory the gun. Oh, it needs to be an inventory item. Okay. Fine. Inventory item weapon item equals new and weapon and then what's the inventory item weapon look like? And then we also just need flat inventory item. Okay. So item equals gun. Quantity, it's just going to equal 1. That's everything for the item itself. And then the rest of that stuff literally doesn't matter for the time being. We'll save that off. Run this bad boy. Close it. I now should have... Oh, yeah. I never... Go back in the player now, and I just comment that out. I should have stuff in my inventory. There we go. Yep. So I have this gun in my inventory. For now, all it does is disappear. So, this is where the fun begins. We can get rid of all this garbage. This music is really annoying right now. Let's turn this down way more. So the inventory component has a inventory. Oh wait, no, this is the actual inventory on the thing. So I need to actually go into my UI, and I have an inventory menu. The inventory menu has an inventory content, which I believe is in components. No. Inventory content just exists on its own, annoyingly. Okay. So inventory content on click. It's going to go to the inventory button clicked event handler, which is this guy. And right now it's just removing the items. Basically, instead of removing the item now, I think what I want to do is item removed dot invoke item. Wait, I have the, oh, okay, I do have it in here. Item removed. Okay, so what we're gonna do for the time being, until we actually like make out the UI of this, we're just gonna have an item clicked event. And we're gonna do item clicked, and we're gonna invoke that. So that now in the actual so now in the inventory menu, I'm going to say that the player inventory content dot item clicked plus equals player dot okay, so I need access to the weapon component. It's fine. That means I can do a property of weapon component weapon component, and then all this guy is going to do is return the weapon component. So now we have access to the weapon component, or we have a getter for the weapon component, so we can grab that dot whip. No overload quit matches delegate action inventory item. Item weapon. Oh, because it's gonna be okay. So inventory content. So basically, So be on weapon equipped from inventory. So instead, what we want to do here is we'll say item button dots on item clicked plus equals. I need another event handler. On inventory button clicked or equip weapon event handler. This needs to be a weapon, and then we'll just call this weapon. And then in here, it's going to be item clicked dot invoke weapon. And then instead of this, we're just going to get rid of that for now. And so this is going to be on inventory button equip weapon event handler. Now I need inventory item button. Okay, we got to do so the button itself doesn't know what kind of item it is. It just knows it has an inventory item. So what's going to happen then is the content will have to know. In which case, this will be inventory item weapon. As inventory item weapon. We'll just do that for now. It's not great. It's not the correct way to do that, but that's a bridge that we're going to cross later when I actually work on the UI and I refactor out like some of this stuff. I just want to get the functionality working before I care about the UI. So the content is then going to, so it's an item clicked evoked weapon as inventory item weapon, which now means the inventory menu equip. No overload for equip matches delegate action inventory item. Okay. Equip weapon from inventory. Inventory item weapon. Weapon. Do that. Instead is this going to be that. Oops. That. But that makes no sense. Okay, so like inventory item content. Or let me look up that button. Inventory item button is doing an action inventory item on clicked. It's invoking it. So then the content On clicked is calling the on inventory button equip weapon event handler. That's not how that's supposed to work. That's really not how that's supposed to work. All right. How do I want to do this? Sorry, I'm just messing with my phone right now. Yeah, why is it upset about that? Inventory menu. Inventory item. Oh, it's inventory item, but it's looking for inventory item weapon. Okay, hold on. Content. Oh, because I'm doing the wrong one. Item. Doing the wrong one. Duh. So evoke on the contents inventory menu, then the content is going to be dot item content on weapon equipped from inventory. Public void. That was not valid for this. Did I? Oh, I'm lost a curly boy somewhere in that process. Okay. So actually, at this point, I probably could. I don't need to make a handler here. I'm just going to connect it. The inventory menu. Player inventory content dot weapon component. Or no. Player dot weapon component dot equip. And I don't know if I necessarily like putting it in here. It really does feel like all that's happening here is this thing's acting as like a mediator. But the problem is, so the inventory component does actually, the content doesn't know about the player, but the menu does know about the player. So actually it's separating it out. It's okay. The content should not have a dependency on like the player, the blah, blah, because it's just displaying. The menu, however, can have a dependency because it's the menu. It's literally going to be interacting with the player and some sort of thing. So it's fine. The dependencies are fine. So then on the inventory or weapon component dot equip is where this is going to get weird. So let's just comment out all of the checks here. So that way we can equip this no matter what. This is fine because it's always going to be, so it's going to be fine. If the weapon unequipped, that's fine. Unequipped storing a little thing. Weapon underscore weapon equals data, which is fine. That's what we sent in. And then now I think what we need to do is the weapon sprite dot what is that called on the sprites? I got the player here with a weapon component, a sprite renderer. And oh yeah, the weapon here, sprite renderer. Is it the material? Maybe it's the material. Material equals weapon dot sprite. Okay, so it is sprite. Okay. Now, I shouldn't need to do like a notify or anything like that because I don't have to reload anything. It should just set. So if I click that, there it is, but it's super tiny, but it is equipped. The scale is set to 0.5. I don't think making it 1 is going to necessarily make a difference. Okay. So the player... Why are you so tiny? Why are you so tiny? Okay, so what's happening here is probably the fact that pixels per unit 16. Okay. What's happening here is the fact that the weapons, if I go in here and go to automatic rifles, there's none in here. Pistols, or if I grab all these guys and I do pixels per unit and I say 16, since that's what the base is, it's probably going to be bigger now. There we go. It's a lot bigger. So now what we need to do is figure out how to assemble. Okay. And then that's throwing that because there's no, that it's not, the unequip is not implemented, which is fine. So what needs to happen though is I need to tell the inventory that it needs to remove it. And the question is, does the inventory menu need to do that or not? I think the component should say... So the question here is does the menu decide if the weapon can be equipped or not? Because either A, the menu needs to go through and make all these checks and determine if it can be equipped or not, and then equip it, and then say, hey, here's the weapon. Because then I also could have Because when I do that too, I guess I also on the return, like basically the return, I could do a bool check, right? And basically, or you know, return. So basically, I'll go, hey, if it's, is that weird? Is that, do I like how that works? If it works that way? Because if I go, hey, here's an item, equip it. And then it'll... Because the problem is it's either make these, I give these ways, guys, a means to talk to each other. Which I don't necessarily, now that I think about it, it's probably not a good idea. I'd be coupling the component to, I think it's better that the component probably signals up to the owner and says, hey, this happened. It's hard to tell though. Which I don't know which direction I want to go. But while I'm thinking about that, I'm gonna go get more to drink. I'll be right back. All right. My cat got all excited, thought I was feeding him. That's not what I want. Okay. I think I do like the idea of the menu deciding if they can be equipped or not. So I'll click the button, it'll run through a check and go, yep, it can be equipped. Send it on over to the weapon component. Because then I can have the inventory itself handle moving things around instead of having to do this big old loop around. So what I can do is I'm gonna grab all this stuff. Because then what'll happen here is if there's a weapon, it'll be like, hey, yo, I have something equipped already. Here you go. Deal with this because I got this other guy coming in. In which case, do I actually... I probably actually shouldn't... I shouldn't interact with this thing directly at all, to be honest. Because I can have the menu say, hey, here's the item you're trying to equip. Deal with it. And then the player can go, okay, equip this. And then, okay, yes, I like that. I like that option more. So the inventory menu is going to... Okay, so we gotta go to the player. We need to make an event handler here. Oh, but then I have to make it a publicly accessible. I have to make a publicly accessible method for this thing to call, and I don't know if I don't want to give the like... We'll have to think about that. I only got 12 minutes left because I got to take off at 4 today. And I think even though technically I've had like an hour, or I've only been streaming for almost 2 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna go to another, like, 'cause I gotta get off at 4 regardless because I got other stuff I gotta do tonight. I was thinking about just hopping off early, but okay. So how do we want to handle this? I guess the intent here is that it's a menu. I'm giving the menu the ability to I'm giving the menu the ability to directly manipulate this stuff. So I guess it does make sense that I can just grab its weapon component directly and be like, hey, here's a thing. I still like the idea of the inventory menu, though. Private void equip weapon to player. That's going to take in an inventory item weapon. And then first it's going to do this. And then we'll call player dot weapon component dot equip. And we'll pass in weapon. But then what I want to do is have inventory item weapon. Or no. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that at all. So actually, no, we could do this because unequip is going to return something regardless. It's returning a thing. So basically, actually, so what we could do is we can do inventory item weapon. Inventory item weapon unequipped equipped weapon equals unequipped. Okay, so inventory item weapon unequipped weapon equals null. And then at the end here, we'll return unequipped weapon. We can get rid of this guy now. So then back in the inventory menu, var inventory item weapon unequipped weapon equals that. And then basically what's going to happen here is if unequipped weapon does not equal null, we'll do player dot inventory dot add to inventory unequipped weapon. And then what we'll also do is player dot inventory dot remove from inventory weapon. So when I click the button, we'll check if that weapon can be equipped. If it can be equipped, it's going to equip the weapon, remove the item from the inventory, and then if the equip returned an item, I'll check to see if it returned an item to add back into the inventory. So back in the weapon component, we're just going to return null for now because we're not doing anything. And then at that point, and then once we're all said and done with that, we'll have to reload the inventory. So in theory, when we run this now, this will probably be the last thing I do for today. When I run it, I now have a gun in my inventory. If I click it, it should disappear. And then when I pop out of my inventory, my guy should be holding it. So it disappears. Close out the inventory. There he is holding it. Boom. Easy peasy. But on that note, it's 4 o'clock. Now I do actually have to go Sorry for the interruption today. It was a little annoying. I wasn't exactly thrilled about it either, but it happens. It's life. So that's what happens when I try to stream when I'm on call for work. But yeah, I will be back again tomorrow at, what is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be back again tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Ideally, I'm able to stream to the full 5 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, schedule changes. I'm no longer doing this alternating Monday, Thursday things because of me alternating both the 2 week. I'm just going to flat say I'm not streaming Mondays or Thursdays. It's just easier. It'll give me a day to, like, whatever those days I go do, like, my hobby stuff that I do. The other day will just be a day that I can program without streaming, because I definitely need more days where I can do this without being distracted by a stream. So Monday, Thursdays, just gone. My schedule is now going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday from 2 to 5. And yeah, a couple other things that I'm working on right now is trying to get some YouTube stuff going on. I'm potentially dabbling with the idea of a podcast. Podcasts seem like the idea of doing like a podcast to where I can talk about my game dev and then talk about other stuff too, and then putting like show notes in that are showing off things that I'm doing instead of going through, like, that seems like a significantly less workload than making videos. Like, I'll still have to do editing for the podcast, but strictly doing audio editing is going to take me way less time than doing like video editing. So we'll see. Dabbling with the two, but yep, that's in the works. So yeah, I'll quit rambling on. You guys know about the social media stuff down below. Go click that, go check that out. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.